time to hit record. Let's do this.
Hello everyone, my name is...
Hello everyone, my name is Markiplier. Welcome to Splatoon 3.
Oh god.
Splatoon 3.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Neo
we
blew
lost
up.
a person.
Neo blew up.
Okay,
What happened?
There's no...
Oh, I can hear it.
Discord crashed.
Boss Salmonid approaching.
No,
Alright,
what?
let's go. Let's go.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
I think I remember I dropped right here. And
I think he's
then I think I die.
What?
I think I just die.
It's gonna give us the interest.
No, I actually
Oh,
jumped
good
out.
jump. Huge jump, actually. Good stuff.
I'm sorry, are we ignoring what's happening with Neo?
Wait, what happened with you?
I think he's actually literally in
Dying
Salmon Run.
And we're just over
Boss
here
Salmonid
playing.
approaching. Oh, is Neo dead again? He is dead! Oh god, wait a minute.
I think he
Bro,
I think he literally
like
teleported
audio-
and right now is in Salmon
He's
Run,
back, he's back, he's
in real
back.
life.
Alright.
Okay.
Neo,
Did
are
you get
you
all the
okay?
boss salmonids? Are they gone?
Discord, for some godforsaken reason, really didn't want me to watch your stream. Then I switched to a different client, and now we're good.
Okay,
Nice.
alright, awesome. So let's just go back to the start then, since you probably missed all of that.
Yep.
Did I gotta repeat what I said before?
What did you say before?
He said like huge jump or something.
Huge jump.
Oh yeah,
Huge.
because rare occurrence of me like actually executing the jump out mechanic, because sometimes I open the map to look for someone, and then it does not process to me that when we're 3 down or we're 2 down and someone's respawning, I open the map, there's nobody there. And I use the motion cursor to pick who to jump to. I don't use the arrow pads on the D-pad yet, so that's something I could probably work on in my muscle memory.
Yeah, you should do that.
Insane.
No, do the motion, just because it can take longer, but after a certain point, that time difference doesn't actually matter too much. But what does matter is by using the arrow keys, at least on Pro Controller, sometimes it'll actually mess up and jump to someone else,
Yeah.
which can suck,
Oh,
which
really?
is why it's actually preferable to do the motion
I
aiming.
did it
Is
because I
that
wanted to pick like a
serious?
better jump, and if I want to jump down to home base, I know you can just hit X down A, and that's faster, and that's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is something I should just.
I
should just
don't do motion because I don't actually really jump anywhere. I play anchor. I'm only jumping back to the base, so I don't really
Oh,
care.
no.
I see.
I typically jump to base. If I do jump to a person, it's kind of just a press direction and pray they're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a bad idea.
I remember it
Yeah,
It
was.
looks
Honestly,
safe
like-
enough. We can do it.
Like, jump safety is very much an important thing to recognize. Like, because, like, if you see a bunch of enemy ink around someone, and they, in all likelihood, are probably in a fight, and you do not want to land in the middle of that fight, because there's a very non-zero chance that you're gonna get camped.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that's
Essentially,
I'm
basically
yeah.
just a
100%
waste of
in
time.
agreement. My mental thing is just like, if I'm jumping to somebody, it's probably because I'm in a bad situation. Like, I'm not talking about in opening, like when we're just like if I die and I see someone safe and I go jump. And I'm more like if I'm in enemy territory, I know I can jump out, and I want to try to jump to somebody,
You know,
trying to
I hear you.
like get that motion. Like if I try doing that, I feel like I'm too slow, and then I'll just die. Whereas pressing a button, I can do like an instant. That's why I typically go back to spawn, because like you said, our Pro Controller, it's extremely unreliable.
Yeah, it's extremely reliable to
I
just hit X
see.
down A.
I wouldn't say extremely unreliable. It's
just
still
difficult.
it's still very consistent. It's just that there are going to be times where it does mess up, and those times can cost you a fight or even the game. Which is why it's just incredibly consistent to just use motion. Not that it's bad to use the D-pad, it's just technically better to use motion.
I know that. I know this. He who shall not be named, but Jackpot, I think it was. They did they
Oh,
joined
disgusting.
in a particular order. I know they fucking suck.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
They would
yeah.
join the game in a certain order so that if you hit right on the D-pad, like it would always be your anchor. And if you hit up on the D-pad, it would always be the Slayer
Yeah,
or
that's
something
like
like that.
my initial thing. Like, cause I usually because there's a way you can tell what arrow is going to be aligned with anyone. It's going to be the position on their HUD. So I just used that. Because
Mhm.
usually the anchor is going to be the safest one. So I just kind of muscle memory. Oh, freaking. Because it's usually Neo, right? So freaking. Oh, Neo's like the first one. So left is going to be D pad. And I'm just always jumping to. I'm just usually jumping to him.
Can you figure that
Or,
out with
something
the
like that.
icons on the top of the screen? Does that order matter in that regard?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so like in this
decav will
order, so
be the
like see
left
yours
right
the
now.
decaf, right? So edit would be right, splash would be up, and wiper would be right. So you would pretty much never click right.
Ah, okay. That's interesting.
Wait, the
That's good to
positioning
know.
on the top HUD tells you where to move on the D-pad?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah. I think too you can also open the map when the game starts and you can look and see, okay, my anchor's on the left or the top or the right, and you can see that information during the startup counter as well.
Yep,
If
that's what I'll do.
it is difficult to look
I
at the
just make
top
a
there.
mental note throughout the game.
I
Yeah.
usually open the map in the first 3 seconds to check for abilities, not for that. But that honestly, that's probably a good idea to keep in mind as well.
It's also good to check for abilities to see what people are running.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've,
Looking
I've
for
been
Gambit, Stealth Jump, Object Shredder, stuff like that. Respawn Punisher is a big one.
yeah.
I mean, like it can depend, like because obviously we're gonna be playing multiple sets, so some people just play the same thing, so you don't have to spend too much time looking at the abilities after the first game. Maybe
Yeah,
if
it's
they
just a
change
quick
like
like
completely, then
2 second
like
like
yeah, but
Mhm.
usually
Yeah.
only like one or two people will change, so you have more time. You're spending less time at the abilities and more time looking at other things, you know?
Yeah, I
yeah.
hear you.
And even if they like completely change their comp, it's almost always going to be like a 2 second, no more than 2 second glance, just looking for outliers. Like Gambit's a big one. Gambit, you're not going to want to fight Gambit for the first 30 seconds, or if you do, you're going to want to win that fight. Respawn Punisher, Object Shredder. If something doesn't have Stealth Jump, you can watch out for that. You're not trying to like memorize. No, this one has 2 main swim speed and last ditch or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, we can watch the game if you guys want to.
Yeah, I think that would be very awesome. My big thing with that was just I want to make sure I know who's up when I super jump, so I can know to just press the down button and jump out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dead.
Unfortunately.
Gotcha.
There, objective cam. Oh, damn it! This has not changed.
That's probably fine.
Oh, no, it's just motion controls.
What was your thought process with that bubble? I'm curious.
To be honest, I think I was trying to hold the area behind them to pull more of the resources, because I think it was the Squeezer that was shooting at me, right? And I know Squeezer outranges me. So I figured if I stayed in that spot, I probably would have died. But I don't know if it was really worth a whole special, because it was just the one person looking at me. I've been recently, I feel like I've been using my bubbler not effectively. Not recently, but in general. Like, it could be
In
used
general.
better. Like, and then and immediately afterwards, I just ditch it. Like, I pop it, and then I walk away from it because he backs up. So instead of holding the position, I immediately chase him because I'm bloodthirsty and probably die. Yeah, because the bucket's looking at me now. And there was lag
Oh,
there. I
holy
don't know why
lag.
there was lag.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, in general, you want to try to put your bubble in spots that are going to be contested. Spots you're trying to hold, or just in general try to hold. They can kind of just ignore you when you're sitting down there. They don't really have to do anything. You can climb up block on the right there. But again, they can just kind of ignore you. They can just push you out. They kind of focus you a little bit too hard, I feel like. So knowing that everyone else could have been like playing a bit more aggressively now that their attention's in mid.
yeah.
But yeah, in general, you want to try to place your bubbles in spots where you're trying to hold space, essentially.
Okay, yeah. This makes sense. Makes sense. I think it's just an in the moment thing for me. Like I think I understand
Mhm.
that concept to a degree, but it's also like sometimes I just hit the button because I'm like, I'm going to die if I stay here. If I hit this bubbler, I won't die. And then completely, okay, I'm not dead. Now I can move. And then it's like, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I can remember this game now. That 50-50.
Oh? Oh, we get pop. Nice. Untoward.
Yeah, I was gonna that was gonna happen.
I wouldn't have picked up Rainmaker there. I would have tried to push up a little bit, prevent them from pushing up and taking. I would only try to pick it up and jump off as like a last ditch resort if we really cannot hold any longer.
Yeah, my fear was just, I wasn't sure like if that was the last resort or not, because I know I saw Arcader go down and I was like,
Mhm.
I know it's me and Neo. I'm not sure if I knew if Zap was alive or
I
not.
think I would still be
Finally was on the
spawning.
plat.
Because like
So I was
where
like,
I think I might
it's
still
like a
be
2v4
spawning.
right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I at least touch the ground, it'll buy time for us to kind of get back on the plat.
The problem with that is now you're also dead. Now you can't actually help contribute to the defense. You're essentially making your teammates wait a bit longer to where you guys are at full power, essentially. If I think what your reasoning behind that, I don't think it's bad. But problem with that is just they're able to kill you from where they were. If they were a bit further back, but you knew they were able to easily push in, I think taking it can be fine. You just got to be aware of how easily they're able to shoot you because they're able to just kind of punish you. Now it's basically just the edit pushed up. They're able to easily pop that, push in, take space. I don't know if that's what they did, but
Well, let's see.
they kind of just
There's
have a lot of space they can take
Oh,
from
I'm
here.
behind over here actually. That's
Oh,
why.
never mind. We got
okay,
to.
so the
Well,
thing
still.
just failed immediately, but yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they take it.
Can you spectate Wiper?
Yes.
Cool. Not that you're doing anything wrong specifically, Wiper, just. I feel like you could have crabbed a bit more aggressively there, to be honest. Like more, maybe more middle, on top mid,
I
or
remember that. I did not mean to actually pick that up. Oh
more to
my
the
god.
right. I don't think it was a bad. I think it could have been better. Yeah, what was your what was your reasoning with the
No,
Rainmaker?
I
Do
did
you want to go
not
back
mean
like?
to actually
Okay,
even
okay.
go into that, dude. Literally, I wanted to go past the Rainmaker, but somehow I
Mhm.
ran right into it. I was like, oh crap, I picked it up. And you can see my panic by the way I just squid roll back, so I'm just like, yeah, that's
All good, all good.
Where
I
did
pushed up because immediately
Like
I
the pick.
killed someone, so I was like, okay, now I want to go for that other guy that's right behind, right? So yeah, I guess I just like
Yeah,
I
it
was
kind of
looking
looked
at
like you were
that
just
guy
gunning
going straight
straight
for
for the
him, and then the
Rainmaker.
Rainmaker, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
all
what
good.
happened.
Yeah, also to comment on the crab thing, yeah, my crabs are really passive, something I gotta work on.
All good. As long as you know. As long as you're working on it. I like that we focused the shot when we see him drop and push Rainmaker. But we didn't like hard focus it. Oh, there we go. That's a huge crab right there. Nice, good check. Good check.
oh, the bucket?
Do we see the bucket? Oh, good.
Rhea sees it.
Yeah, at least that one.
Yeah. At least you see it. You could probably just spectate somebody. It's fine. Like, just whoever.
Alright. Dead. Yeah, I hit the floor there. I could have got him if I didn't hit the floor.
Yeah, I was just painting for cooler here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that.
but then I think I get finished by the. Oh no. Why get on?
I gotta join your guys' VC. Listen to comms and stuff too.
I was gonna say, have you ever been in a VC with us when we play yet, or no?
No,
The
it's
first
been a
time, yeah.
hot minute, I think. Yeah, the first time.
It was like the
and then
first
the rest
script.
is either disco or not disco.
My bad. I've been so busy.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying.
My
That's
bad.
like
I know I'm a
really-
horrible person. So.
No, he's not.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
No.
Nuh-uh.
Alright, yeah, you can kind of just like wait them out here. They don't really have time.
Yeah, they have like 5 seconds on the rain. I think we all went down though. Oh no, they blew up. They put in rain
Yeah.
free and they blew up.
They were just holding on to it for so long and just backing up a little. Oh, good pick.
Do I get 2?
Gets
I do
2?
get 2.
Oh, huge 2.
I don't think I get 3 though. Yeah, the head runs away.
Yeah, I don't expect you to
He
get
jumps
that.
out.
Out
Oh wait.
Scooter jumps out too.
Oh, but the shot. Oh, but the shot.
Okay. Nice. Good pick. Oh, huge pick. Gets 2?
I
Run
want
for
like a
it.
kill streak there. Oh my god. And
yeah.
then we all went down at once, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What did we die to?
Let me go back a minute. I'm actually going through this kind of fast.
Did you? Oh no! Did you fall off the edge?
Wait. No. Hold on. Let me go to objective cam really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of see this happen.
Actually, I'll talk after.
Yeah, I just as
We just kind of get picked
jump
off
blind.
by my.
Yeah,
Alright,
I-
now spectate wiper. Spectate wiper.
Oh.
Oh,
Run
Tragic.
for it.
Oh.
okay.
Unfort.
That's
Unfort.
Unlucky.
That's the
Unlucky.
first for me.
Unfort.
That's the first for me.
That's funny.
I think the big thing here is that our defense kind of collapsed near the end,
Mm-hmm.
and especially in overtime.
I think I remember I tried to
That's
rush
what
the
I
rain like
remember.
twice because I saw like an opening area there and I'm like I can dash and hit 80 and then if they give me like a second after that I can hit the 40 and he dies. And I think I hit the 80 but not the 40 afterwards. It was like maybe too risky of a dive to take.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, and then I'm just left here.
Mm-hmm. Might be backing up a little too much right there, but I see the vision. Kind of see what you're going for.
I just wanted to see if I can get cooler for them to help defend.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it coming up here. Oh, I like teleported. Like I hit that and then they run up to they get me.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
damn
that's it.
Oh,
barely
wiper
misses.
with the hammer.
Oh my gosh, bro. That was it. That was the thing.
You
Oh,
wanna
and
go
I
back, like,
almost
20 seconds?
killed him too at the end there. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the
Bro,
beginning of
this-
overtime when you get a chance.
Yeah.
You got to start over,
I have to hit the
unfortunately.
button. Yep,
Yeah,
let's just
yeah.
skip the animation.
I wish you just pause instead of forcing me out to the results screen.
I wish there was like an actual video where you could just like scroll normally. Alright, this is about to start up overtime here.
Mm-hmm.
I can do objective cam again.
Spectate, probably system.
Call me
It's
Neo.
not
Neo? Okay, I got you.
I think he is the one who stays alive here, yeah.
I died. Oh wait, no, I come back and then I forget what I've done.
Yeah, there's
it's
not much
it's
I can
after
do
I do
because of my range.
Mm-hmm.
Range safe for paint for the others.
Yeah, even just like kind of shooting, kind of close to them. Good pick. Unfort right there. Even kind of just like shooting where they're trying to go. Even if it's just to put down paint or prevent them from pushing up, because they don't want to get shot. That's still like fine.
Yeah, I hear ya. It's like I also had like a metric fuck ton of shit going at me, so
Mhm.
I think it just ends
Yeah.
here, so I can go back again.
Mhm. Maybe go overview. Nice. Yeah, we kind of just like get picked off for the most part. If we notice it's just like, if it's just one of them, right now it's kind of just the Rainmaker. We can kind of just rush them for the most part.
I think that's what I tried to do, but then they ended up showing up at the worst time.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it's no longer really safe to rush them.
Yeah.
And I think we get picked off again.
Oh, good. Yeah, just getting like picked off there. It's kind of the main thing.
I think I heard like a hit sound when I did this. Yeah, there was a hit sound.
Yeah, then it was
Yeah.
just latency.
Probably.
Didn't hit you on their screen. I mean,
Fast enough.
it didn't hit the Rainmaker on the Rainmaker's screen. That's what I'm trying to say.
It didn't. I think it did hit the Rainmaker. It's just they had gotten lead before you hit them, basically. And
That's
you just
also
have
probably
invincibility. So yeah, just getting picked off, getting kind of like separated due to strikes. I would say try to play somewhat more passively. Well, if you were playing aggressive, I don't want you to play like uber passive if you're like edit or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tricky, to be honest. I don't play a lot of these more aggressive weapons, so I can't really give too much insight on how you specifically should have played. I just kind of like know how you as a team should be navigating that.
Yeah.
But the main thing is just like getting separated and getting picked off. You want to try to like keep
Like, we
pressure as long
definitely
as you
wouldn't-
can. Sorry?
I'm just saying that I get the thing that overall we should just be a lot more patient when it comes to having lead in overtime.
Mhm.
Because there were times where we just kind of went out there. Like, I feel like even me, if I just kind of waited, Stamp wouldn't have missed. We would have won it.
Sometimes all you need
It
to
was
do
down to
is
the
let
wire,
the
but
timer
really,
run
if
out.
I just waited for them to get on the ramp, then yeah.
Yeah, letting the timer run out for them is also a win for you. So
Yeah, I think that's
if playing
important to realize,
passively,
too. Like,
so
we
if playing
can.
passively gets you the win, playing defensively, playing really slow gets you that win, then you should just go for the win.
Yeah. Because you
'Cause-
don't have to kill the Rainmaker to win the game in that scenario. It will end it early if it's possible, but if it's not, then it's good to just hold it.
Yep. All right, what else we got?
There was the Eeltail game because I think didn't we get down to like 19 points and then we took lead back and then they took lead back again after that? I know Eeltail is
I'm
like
not
stinky,
sure.
stinky bad, but
But
No, we can still do it. I was just making a joke.
yeah, okay. Because the fundamentals of tower control are still here regardless of if map stinky bad, stinky.
Yeah.
to be honest, the most played variant of the Eeltail for me is zones actually. So
Disgusting. Oh,
That's so
It's so bad.
big. It's so big.
it's so bad.
yeah.
I actually like clams on this map. I like clams and tower, to be
Eeltail
honest.
Clam ain't bad. Yeah, and I just get barreled down immediately by the fella.
I'm also gonna get barreled here. No.
Yeah, so just cutting them there would have been super good.
Yeah.
Hunt for it. You're playing pretty aggressively, actually, Neo, with the ballpoint.
Yeah. Admittedly, that's probably just due to me just playing edit so much that carries over to ballpoint.
Yeah.
Instinctively.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, it is sometimes difficult to separate the two in my head.
Yeah. All good, all good. Just a note.
Yeah, I know.
It'll come with time. You'll separate the two much more easily. Okay, good one.
Stopped this.
Hunt for it.
I think
Okay,
the arcade
nice.
was trying to get picks.
Nice.
Whoa.
Can you spectate Neo?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Nice, good back.
Yeah.
I like that.
What is it? Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you're kind of on high ground for a bit. You just kind of like gave up that advantage you had really quickly.
I thought it was safe to move up. I didn't realize there was another person there.
Well, even then, you didn't really need to drop there. You could have just stayed up there.
That's fair.
Because high ground also just gives you more range. Yeah, so here you didn't really need to drop. You could have just pressured. Something you can do is either like shoot them directly, or since you see Zap is there, paint like around them, paint where they're trying to go. One case would just be them trying to leave that area. You can kind of like paint in front of that real quickly, and then start shooting at them.
Looking at in retrospect, there are actually 3 people there.
I was
So
gonna
I'm
say,
not
it's
sure
like 3
how
people
I-
are jumping
I
arcade all at
realized.
once.
I think,
Yeah, it's kind of.
Hey, that's what I want to happen, you know. But that's exactly the plan.
yeah.
Yeah, you can keep going.
I just wanted to see, like, so it was him, and then we double teamed the other guy, and he did swim off into this little puddle of ink here. You could have seen it. It was possible to catch it.
Yeah. There's just a lot happening on screen. I get it. We're still kind of separated here.
Yeah, I think, what is it?
We need to recognize if there's people behind us at all. We don't want to be giving up all the space to them if possible. And that's where callouts can come in. Go ahead.
I especially remember her like saying this in VC, like, hey, we left someone behind. And
didn't even respond to that, or is it just yeah?
I think I realized.
Or that might have been because of the tower.
Yeah, because of the tower.
Yeah.
And then I immediately was like, oh, yep, I gotta get him.
Yeah, so I know I touched on this before. Just making sure you actually hear and understand what people are saying is, very, very helpful.
Yeah.
So it's just something to work on.
This is
Something you'll get better at.
I feel like my comms are still severely lacking personally. Like, I don't call out things I should, or I don't fully comprehend. Like, I think there were times where, Neo, you did say that I was the only one left, like, several times, and it took me a whole, like 5 seconds to realize I have to jump out. And it probably could happen
a lot that can happen in 5 seconds.
That's true. A lot can happen in 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Default pinch is like the biggest thing. Like, I'm kind of getting used to saying stuff, but I cannot hear. People tell me I'm being slick, and I just do not process it until I'm dead.
Yeah, it's still something I struggle with a little.
Speaking of struggle, there was a bit of a lack of object permanence from you there.
Nice, good hammer trick. Good too.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
And if that worked, that would have been huge.
I think we
That would have been
barely got
huge.
lead off of that.
So it kind of didn't work what you're doing, because you pushed into the shot there. I'm pretty sure Wiper has more
trying to
range.
go to the. I was trying to go on the. What was it called? The ramp there, but yeah, I got caught by the shot too early.
Yeah. So just being aware of where they are when you're pushing into stuff like that, because he was like shooting you long before you were in your paint, in that ink.
Yeah.
So you could have planned ahead a little bit. You can keep going. You could have like planned ahead a little bit, and just not get into their range if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I love drift.
Good bit. Good punish. Okay, good job. Gets a quad. 1-4.
Ooh.
That's.
Do you have a drop roller? You have a drop roller, yeah.
I think he did have
Yeah,
drop
I just
roller.
got.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
they
because I
just
think I
timed
saw
really
it.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just.
I was just wondering.
They just timed it, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got drop roller because it looked like you did, but
Yeah, no. Oh, I have my.
I
thing
can hit
about
X and
refresh
check
stuff.
actually.
you can. Yep.
Yeah,
You
he
got
did.
drop. Unfortunately. Yeah, you kind of put your inkjet a little too aggressively there. I feel like.
I thought everyone else was going to be further ahead by the time I finished my inkjet, but apparently I stood corrected there.
I think that could have been good if people pushed up. Do you know if that's like something you called out? You're going to be using your jet,
I don't
if you can
remember
remember
if
at
No.
all.
I don't remember if I did.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if you ever call out if you're using jet.
I
It's
can't
fine.
remember.
It's not
either,
really
to be
I don't
honest.
think there's ever been a time because I just see your jet and I try to move, but it's never explicitly said.
I
Actually, I
Yeah,
think
that's
that
just
kind of
in
goes for
general.
everyone, though.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
general, it's
Like
definitely
cooler's
something.
the only thing that ever has been called.
Cooler's
Yeah.
probably the most important special to call out, so good stuff. But in
Yeah.
general, yeah, you just want to be using specials. I know I was talking to Lorsa about this. Calling out specifically missiles we were talking about. That way your teammates are able to push in with those missiles. That would have been a good jet if your teammates, would have pushed past that jet if possible. They were going to use the pressure that jet was putting out, and actually take space with that. Actually hold space, get picks.
I want to sort of look back and see where we were when the jet was being used.
But I think we just like
Where is it? Yeah.
because they have like a lot of space on the ground. So yeah, let's see.
Where am I? Am I further behind?
Okay, I'm dead. Well,
Yeah, no, Bridio's
no,
dead.
where
I
I'm
think I just jumped back and got cooler there, so we were two
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
I was respawning,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I don't think
And by
that
the
was a bad jet, but you definitely get more out of it if people are alive. But you had pop jet right when someone had died, so
a case of bad timing.
just being aware of where people are and what fights are being taken when you use jet. You don't want to use jet to like start fights, basically. which is kind of what it seemed like you were doing. But I could be wrong.
My thought process with Inkjet is, to be honest with you, a lot less thought out than it is with Tacticooler. Since I'm not I'm far less proficient with it, and an Inkjet is far more technically demanding. So, I'm just not very good with it. Period.
That's fair. I mean, you're not gonna be like absolutely insane on it.
Yeah.
But you'll get there. You'll get there. It takes time.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I think, dude, all three of them are on tower here. I think we kind of
Nice.
almost punish them, and then they sort of scatter after this.
I don't know what the hell I was doing there.
No, that was desperation. You're about to lead, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
better.
Still, I
It's
could've
better
tried
to lose lead in this case. It's better to just straight up lose lead than just be down all players and then not be able to push after that. You can do that, but maybe not as like a ballpoint, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like stay back. Try to stay out of their range, but in your own range as often as possible. Without giving up like space, obviously.
Yeah.
That goes for like every weapon for the most part. You want to try to outrange them if possible. And that's without like having to give up like cover or space or anything. But just in general, if it's like open. There I just think positioning, you guys are like kind of spread out still again. And then the fights that were being taken. You guys could have been fighting a bit more together. I saw there were a few times throughout the game where there were just like people kind of like either pushing in or on either team. Like there was people on this team in their spawn, not in their spawn, but like in their base kind of like by themselves, or there's other people on the other team in your guys' base, and you didn't really take care of that, either of those situations as well as it could have been. Just taking fights together, being aware of where everyone else is, both on the other team and your own team, and position accordingly. That'll take time. It's not really much easier said than done, but
Arcader,
it'll take time.
Do you want to mention that thing you talked about me with how you thought like our styles clashed in some way or something? With like the manager tool? Because I know you said you wanted to do that.
No, yeah. What the heck did I say? All right, so yeah, it was just like obviously, like, yeah, it's just in general, the same thing with like fighting together and such, because we have two swords. We have two swords. We're like it's an aggressive team, and the swords especially could work together. Could work together more, which is like my thought process, right? Because of course, 80-30 is like huge big boy damage, but I could never no, I couldn't. I can literally never uh like understand whatever Zap is doing. So it just makes me not really link up with him as much as I would like to. It was something that I noticed like day one. I just thought, oh, it's probably going to get better when we do more scrims. And it got better like for one singular game. So it and then there was I think there was like something, I don't remember what it was. It was one during one of these VOD reviews where someone said something about Zap flanking. And I was like, he does that?
It's to be honest, I
So,
feel like I play so insanely far forward, maybe a little bit more than I
yeah,
should.
yeah.
Hmm.
So like
Maybe a little.
that's what made me realize none of us know what we do. We don't know how we play. We have what we have are just individual visions of how we play. Because
Hmm.
my vision of working with Zap doesn't align with what how Zap plays, and the someone else's vision of Zap's flanking, he does not flank, I think. So yeah, that was my thing. So I just wanted to like find a time in the week to use the planner on Sendo queue and talk about what we actually do so that we can actually, work off each other better and find out what would actually help me coordinate with people. Well, not help me, but help like literally everyone understand where everyone is as well, because there's a lot of times where we really don't know where we are,
Hmm.
which is another thing. So like, what am I? I completely forgot what I typed out. Like
I linked it.
I'm just
I
trying to
linked
remember
it in
it from
chat. I
memory.
put a reply to where you started talking about it.
Yeah, I
All right,
can.
let me look at it.
Let me see this. Okay, so I don't actually really think this needs to be like a whole like Sendoku 10-hour planning session or whatever. Um,
Well, no, I don't think it
so
would be like an hour. I just want to
yeah.
like get a general idea of what we want to do, like what we
Hmm.
want to do, and then we could just like generalize it for like different kinds of maps. It could be like really simple because obviously I'm a flanker, so where where do I flank generally, and where is Zap gonna be generally,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
just kind of go from there. Because I feel like as long as we get an understanding of how we play and what we all want to do, it would help us better as a team in general.
Hmm.
Like as long as we just get used to that, I think it would be good. Because right now we do not know what we do, and it's kind of bugging me.
Yeah, so this will definitely. I'm glad you brought this up. Definitely, this will come with time. Both as you understanding what you need to do, and as a whole, as a team. Um, Definitely comes with time. But the main thing is just one, call outs, knowing what fights your teammates are taking, where they're kind of like at. You just being aware of where they're at and being adaptive. If you know someone is going to be flanking on the right, you don't want to have your own plan on the left or whatever. You want to adapt and actually capitalize off of the flank on the right.
See, I think I want to chime in here because I think in my head I was doing exactly what you just said not to do, is to go on the opposite side of the stage and do your own thing and not be near anyone, because before this I played a lot of Salmon Run. To an
Hmm.
unhealthy degree, you've seen my splash tag. It has the 333 banner on it. I have almost every gold boss badge. You know how it goes. But something that I would try to avoid a lot is overlapping. And it would essentially be when you have like 2 or 3 people trying to shoot at the same boss. And
Hmm.
the way I would avoid doing that is by, if I see someone doing something, I just go, oh, okay, they're doing that. And then I go and I do something else. Like, if I see a stinger spawn all the way in the back of the stage, and I see someone is at basket, and they're shooting lessers and a flipper flopper's coming in, okay, their next course of action will probably be, I will paint the flipper flopper. But they probably won't see the stinger spawn at basket, so I immediately run as far away from them as possible to go kill that. And in Salmon Run, that works, because, you have to split your resources effectively, and bosses spawn on all corners of the map. And it's not really useful to have 2 people shooting the same flopper when you could have that other person over on another side of the stage fighting things that are more important to have got rid of, run more important eggs, etc. Blah 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 blah. And I think the carryover to PvP doesn't really work like that, because I just assume, oh, someone's having a team fight over there. And instead of finding like, oh, here's an off angle where I can shoot him once and deal 40 damage to make it easier for the kill, or here's where I can go around and flank him and pinch him into a corner so that now it's an easier team fight for the other person, I just kind of think, okay, they're doing that. I'm going to go over here and do this and fight someone else. And that doesn't
Mhm.
Then they
it
die,
doesn't
and then you're
work
like, oh
that.
crap.
Yeah, and then they die, and then the other teammate who they were trying to kill comes over to kill me, and now they're creating the position that I was supposed to create earlier. And now I'm in an unfavorable matchup when I could have been creating a favorable matchup earlier. It is
Mhm.
just not correct, to put it bluntly.
Yeah,
You-
in general, if you see someone fighting and it's not like unsafe for you to go help with that fight. If you're not actively doing something else, like actively fighting somebody else, then yeah, definitely helping them confirm that kill is good. It's definitely different than Salmon Run. You still want to spread out your resources. You don't want to be all clumped up in the same spot, all 4 people looking at like one guy. But you don't want to just like leave your teammates for themselves.
Yeah, I have to find a balance in between both of those.
Mhm.
Yeah, because of
Yeah.
course there is going to be some nuance. Like if someone genuinely has it covered and there's something else going on, then of course if you're just going to go one way and help out someone else, we're probably just going to get flanked if there's no one watching, I don't know, maybe the shot or the bucket that's coming right at us.
Yeah, I think the
Mhm.
But
important thing.
it's just nuance. It's just the thing that you just have to. It's just that decision making thing. Like, is it okay to help out? Like you said, if it's safe to do so, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Mhm.
there's of course gonna be cases where you want to help someone else fight, but if someone else doesn't need that help, there's no point in having 2 people essentially doing the same thing. Overlap can happen, but it's just, I think I'm taking it to the exact opposite extreme, where I don't want any overlap, when in fact,
Mhm.
I should be taking 2v1s in my favor
Mhm.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, you should be
Yeah.
balancing everything essentially. Yeah.
Because especially with this comp, it would definitely work better. Because sword does 80. Everything here combos with that.
80 is a huge number.
80 is pretty big actually.
It's quite large.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah, so just being aware, and that'll come with time. Being aware with where everyone is. I know I'm saying this a lot, but it is pretty important. Being aware where everyone is, and just calling out, actually understanding those call outs. Like if you make call outs, but you can't understand what anyone else is saying, straight up don't make call outs, basically. Just until you start to understand what people are saying, and you slowly integrate more callouts into that VC.
I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Of course, you don't want to go to the other extreme again, where like
Right,
everyone
you
else
don't
is
want
waiting on
no
everyone
one.
else to call out, and nobody's calling out anymore, and now you don't have anything.
Mhm. Yeah, you
No,
don't
that's fine.
definitely don't want
I
that.
think we'll understand that because we do still call out usually. I think there's
Mhm.
like only a few times where it's like really quiet, but there's usually something being called out.
Mhm. I was gonna say, let me see the schedule for this week, but you guys don't have that, so I'm gonna send you guys the link.
We
Hold
haven't done
on.
that yet. We should do the sketch.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Disco's probably
Probably
who knows.
finals.
Probably
Busy doing his
something.
own thing.
Maybe.
Something probably.
Something,
Hopefully. Hopefully he's not like dead. That
Hopefully.
would kind of suck.
Or worse, in jail.
That worse.
Fate worse than death. Hello.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
All right.
Any other games we
Creative
have in
end.
mind, or are we sort of done here? Is that like the gist?
Give me a win you guys are proud of. Like we earned this win. Wellstring? Wellstring? Hold on, I see a Wellstring. Go up to a Rainmaker.
No,
Go
here,
down one.
so
Let me see it. Let me see it.
so context for this, we got a sub. I think actually this game
Okay.
was pretty close. Now that I think about it, we got a sub, and
We
they
actually heard about that.
they decided.
No, actually, yeah.
This is the sub that played Wiper or Gator, so you've never seen them before.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we got a sub and they decided, oh, I want to play Wellstring for object damage, and they said they played Wiper and Squiffer, and in the back of my head I'm like thinking, does this guy play Wellstring, or does he just want to do it because, oh, object damage?
I think he didn't have object damage.
I think he just wanted to do it for the funny, because I think at the end he was talking about triple fizzy spam on Humpback Zones, and I'm like, what? What?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I think he just kind of wanted to meme.
Bro,
I think just
bro
wanted
was
to
just
have
in
fun.
it for the love of the
All right. Well,
game.
now I gotta see this Wellstream
Now
game.
we gotta see
Hold on.
this. Are we specking
Oh
the
yeah, but
Wellstring right
after
away?
this,
Is that what we're doing?
you gotta show me like
Please.
you gotta show me like
yeah,
a wiper game of this guy, because yeah, did want to see him, and I just never got
switch
the
to a
time
wiper game
to.
after this. I don't think this will take long. Also,
You
we
can
get
just
to
like
see me
you
get
can just
bodied
like
by
speed
them.
through it.
Yeah, here we go.
POV the Wilson, yeah. Okay.
Alright, what do we do?
Of course. What is this? I already don't like that.
He's only
What?
doing full charges. We got
No,
two
the full
assists,
charges are
though.
completely fine. It's not the full charge. It's that he
Oh no,
looks
this I
like
remember
so
this.
far up.
This was the
Okay.
worst.
I'm liking. I'm not liking this. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
We have
When I-
all the way on the right, like completely.
Okay, can we just get one game where I see the guy's wiper gameplay?
Yeah, we can do
Alright.
it.
Yeah,
We see
yeah.
this
Okay.
wiper.
Alright, I don't play wipers, so you're gonna have to call out all the bad plays he does.
I'm sure they're
Um,
better. Like he just played Wellstring for the funny. I'm sure he actually
Mhm.
plays wiper good.
Surely.
Surely.
And then
Surely.
it cuts to like
Surely.
317 as the KD at the end.
we can do a Crableg Clams.
Optimistic here.
Wasn't there a Crableg here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do this one.
Oh, the other team's got a well string. Check that out.
Oh, look at that. I forgot about that. Yeah, we can.
When does
see
it went
two
3 and
Wellstrings.
11?
Wait, which one was it?
Paintbrush.
Uh-oh.
It was the paintbrush.
I would believe that.
Alright.
I have the results open on my
Alright.
monitor.
Alright.
Okay, let's look at the gear first. Alright, normal.
He's got
Alright,
stuff
so
this
let's
time,
just see
so
what's
he's
here.
serious.
Yeah.
Of course.
They were a good few of them were looking at me, so everyone else
Nice.
just runs in.
I like the space we're taking here. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's gonna get him.
Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
We need 2. We're throwing the clams to the wiper, yeah? To make a power?
I believe.
Nice.
Throwing them to someone.
Nice.
Yeah, he's moving really well.
Yeah, this is definitely his forte compared to earlier.
Yeah, he's going back to plan.
This is his forte. Wellstring was his pianissimo.
Alright. I wouldn't push too much up. But
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get more clams in. I guess it's
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not super worth it.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
You want to
for
be holding
ideas.
space if you can.
And I think a lot of this game, to be honest, is just like holding them in mid.
I wouldn't really do that, but sure, go for it.
Oh, good hammer. Gets
It
2?
does.
Gets 1.
Okay, well that just works.
The hammer's so stupid now. I hate it.
60
Yeah,
damage
no, this
indirect
isn't what I
hitbox.
wanted. This is not what I wanted personally.
It's so dumb to
I'm
play
gonna
against
run-
and play with.
You just throw in a general
Don't you
direction,
just playing having? It gives you one shot of pre-nerf Zuka.
Oh, that.
Oh,
what was
well,
that?
teleport.
Well, he just
Yeah.
What is replay mode
He just-
on right now, man?
It's fine. It just does that.
Mhm.
I think it
No,
miscalculated
you don't know.
his
From
position.
our
I think,
64
right?
teleport spot.
Yeah.
No, it's just supposedly that's just what happened in game.
Yeah. I think he went back up the ramp, but on replay he clipped that corner. So he just
Yeah.
goes up.
I blame. Oh, there's probably some.
He
floating
tried to
point
jump out of
fuckery,
that.
but-
Not bad.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there trying to like push them back, like trying to
that wasn't bad.
make
That
sure they
wasn't bad.
can't really get any kind of snowball going in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm liking the defense here.
Because like things start to suck if they push me off at mid.
Mm-hmm.
those mid grades, so I try to keep that as much as I can from happening.
Yeah.
Hammer.
Now, that wasn't even a hammer moment. They legit just got him. Like, I think he only just saw that one person, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
wouldn't have
hammer
budgeted.
moment.
That
Yeah,
that
that's
is a
a
hammer moment, but I just
You
simply
were
would
also
not
on an
have done
incline.
That was just like one person there. No.
Was on incline, to be fair.
Does the incline make it easier to hit under?
yes.
Yeah.
That makes
Because
some
there's
sense,
less
I
of a
guess.
there's less of the stamped hitbox to shoot through.
Yeah.
Kind of a bad position, but it somehow worked out for him.
He's holding it.
That wasn't bad, but yeah, that was just an unfortunate. That was
Yeah,
just an
reacted
unfortunate.
a little too late there.
Yeah, I think he reacted too late to seeing there was a jump.
He should be playing a bit more up here.
Yeah. So.
He's very
Oh,
predictable
he's
when
going
he has
back.
hammer.
Okay.
Nice.
Game's almost. Alright, Clam is scored. Nice torpedo kill. Goes for more clams, yeah.
Yeah, I would get. Okay, but
I don't know the power clam? Oh, he's not gonna make it.
there's nothing big.
Yeah, good back. Holding space.
Makes one. Yeah, because they have pity now, so that's not bad. Yeah, throws it back. Amazing. Love that.
Love that he throws it back, of course.
Love it when they throw it back.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Fuck's sake.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that was like amazing throw. I don't care that that missed.
I think we're like pretty split here because I remember I killed
Yeah.
the wild string there right as they threw it in, and then overtime ended.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was satisfying.
No,
I
don't know.
didn't learn too much, but yeah, that's a good wiper.
Yeah, they played pretty well.